What's up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech Peaches back with another video. Now, today's video is going to be about how I used blooming gel to achieve this really cute 90s design. Now, if y'all have been watching my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram page, y'all know this is not new. Okay, I've been doing designs like this, but I have not been implementing blooming gel, and it makes a hell of a difference. Okay, so before we get started, let's make sure you guys are following me on both of my Instagrams, and excuse the lack of email because my email is tripping. It's not letting me see any of the subscriber emails. And do make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on that notifications, because if your notifications off, how you gonna know when I'm on? Exactly. So we're gonna start by doing application Candy Yum Yum with not polished, because if it's not polished, it's not what? Not nothing. Bam. So I'm gonna tell you straight up like this. The first 15 minutes of this video is literally application. I don't know exactly why it took me this. No, yes I do. I do know why it took me 15 minutes for one hand. It's because this client, she hella cool, so we was really just like talking. I was really taking my time or whatever. So yeah, for those of you who are interested in application, this is in complete real time, nothing fast forwarded or sped up or anything like that. Oh, I might be lying. Honestly, I might have just lied, because now that I'm watching the footage, I don't know, is this like really the speed that I move at, or is this, I don't know. Anyways, enjoy the application. Okay, that's what we're gonna say about that, because I can't tell right now, but I'm pretty sure this is real time, but I just didn't realize that my hands be moving like this. Like, that's crazy. So honestly, until we get to the blooming gel part, I'm really just gonna give you guys updates, to be honest, at the moment, and probably throw in a few tips or tricks about application for those having trouble. So just a quick update. First of all, for those of you guys who are in California, anywhere around my area, some of you guys have seen before already that I am doing a workshop at Nail Pro San Jose next month. I will leave the link in the description for anybody who is in the San Jose area or is nearby. For those who do want to take the workshop, it is going to be on shaping and filing, so that's pretty exciting. The link in my description box below is going to give you a little bit of a discount, so that way you're not paying full price for the tickets. Okay, if you're not familiar with what Nail Pro is, it's basically like a nail conference. They have them in like multiple cities a year. It's like internationally recognized as well, although I don't know if they have like like Nail Pro France or whatever it is like that, but I do know a lot of people all over know about what it is. Okay, so just for those of you who don't know. Secondly, I will have a acrylic toe video, I believe tomorrow. I should have it up. I've been I've been filming content. It's just that I thought I was gonna record myself doing my nails, but you guys, I literally just finished today, and when I started my nails, it was most definitely Friday. So that pretty much, I didn't think it was gonna take me that long. That went down the drain. Okay, anyway, so basically, you guys already know, when you are doing application, make sure you tuck your cuticles, get everything in there, make sure everything is from sidewall to sidewall, because we don't want no sloppy application. We don't want none of that. Okay, and we just want to make sure the base is nice and smooth. I will say that whatever it is that you do before you put on this design or any design, make sure your base is nice and together, so that when you go ahead and like do all your filing and shaping, you don't have that much work. So that way it will take you a lot less time to do sets like these with nail art, because it can be tedious. Okay, it can be very tedious, but it's okay. You can just practice, you'll get better. Everybody have their own way, their own style, etc. So I was honestly pretty glad that she chose this set, because I was doing a set like this previously, like a month ago, except for that particular client did not really like the outcome, and that's okay, it does happen. So we decided to take off the nail art and just leave it plain. So I did not have a like a little 90 set to upload, and I was like, dang, I really wish somebody would do it. And then bam, here goes my client, and she like, this is what I want, and I'm like, yes, here we go. Like, exactly. So that's basically how we got to this point. So to be honest with you, like I said, most of this part is application, so I'm probably just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch the application, so I don't have to talk for 15 minutes long. Plus, we finna get ready to go eat, because you're about to be done, right? Okay, yes, we're about to go get ready to eat, and honestly, I'm starving. So when I come back, I am going to talk you through how I use blooming gel to achieve the style that I achieved and everything like that. So yeah, you guys go ahead, watch application. Hopefully it's very satisfying. It actually went pretty well, to be honest. Like, I didn't have too many struggles or problems, so there's that. And yeah, like I said, I will be back after dinner. Okay guys, I just got back from dinner, and so now we're finishing up the application. I almost showed you guys shaping in this video, but I was like, you know what, it's fine, we need to just go ahead and get down to the nitty-gritty. So I have done this type of set multiple times. Where I'm from, I'm in Sacramento, California, in case you're interested in booking. Okay, you can book via Instagram, but where I'm at, not too many people do these type of sets. I think because like a lot of the people in my area do what's like popular on Instagram type of thing, from what I've observed or from what people tell me. So I do love doing these sets. However, sometimes I find it kind of difficult when you're doing the behind the scenes, like the patchiness of the background, how it's like color blocked or splotched or whatever. Sometimes it can be difficult to make them like blend. So that's basically what the blooming gel is going to help us do. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys the colors I decided. Y'all, I don't know, they got the ambulance going on outside or something. That's distracting, but okay. So yeah, basically these colors are a mix of just random nail gel stuff that I got from my local nail supply, and then the other ones are the Nail Reserve polishes, which I do have coupon code down below, code peaches50, if you would like to receive, I believe, 50% off on up to 2 polishes. Okay, I actually realized I really love their polishes for doing nail art. It's super pigmented, and honestly it has no issues curing. It's vegan, and on top of that, honestly, it even smells good. It's like free of 9, is it 9? I want to say 9 or more like harmful like chemicals that are normally in nail polishes, and then of course it's cruelty free. So you can see as of now, the rest of these are going to be Nail Reserve polishes. Okay, and I'll probably make a separate video on the ones that I were recently sent, but as you can see, the orange, the purple, the pink, and actually all these is new except for the white. So the orange, pink, purple, and the green are ones that I newly received, and I absolutely love them. Okay, so of course I'm putting white down and a little bit of black because I like to do my actual lines with white and black. I feel like it just looks best that way in my opinion. This is my style. Okay, so the blooming gel that I'm going to use is by the Beetles brand. You can use whichever one you want. I just ordered this off of Amazon because I needed some, and yeah, it was going to come quickly basically. So basically, normally without this, I would just lay the pigments down. Well, not pigments, but I would lay the gel colors down on top of top coat. And I realized that sometimes it can be hard to try and like get them to mesh together, especially depending on the colors that you do. So I pretty much had it in my head, like I had the idea that like, dang, if I use blooming gel, it's probably gonna help me out a lot with the blending part. So I just use this old 3D flower brush, and I'm just gonna take the pigments and lay them down. Now at first it's gonna look like, oh, it's not very like pigmented or whatever, but don't worry about that, because as it spreads, it's gonna just spread to other areas, and the pigment is going to like literally like bloom out. Okay, so I basically am just wiping the back of my brush on the back of my hand. I'm not gonna say do or don't do this. I be doing this. It really do make my hands dry as hell because I be doing it with acetone too, but that's how I clean my brushes. It's a little ghetto, but whatever. So like I said, normally I will just take part of the brush and I will just go ahead and lay the colors down like this, but as you can see, as I'm doing it with the blooming gel and laying it down, they start meshing together so the edges don't look so harsh. And that's exactly what I was going for. Okay, now it's okay if the colors mix a little bit. Okay, it's not gonna hurt nobody. It's actually gonna enhance the look, but overall just make sure that you have each color stands out. Okay, you don't want it to look marbled together at all. Ow, bitch. Oh, damn, that hurt. Oh, sorry guys, my belly ring. My belly ring got caught on the blanket. Oh Lord. Child, I thought it was gonna rip right out of my damn stomach.
And we will be back with this commercial break.
Okay, well, I don't even know if they can hear you. But anyways, okay, sorry about that. So yeah, make sure you put the blooming gel high enough to where you would like the design to start or stop. I do about halfway, just like a little bit more than halfway. And don't forget to wipe the edges, because if you don't, it's gonna make the shape like be effed up, you know what I'm saying? So the color is all about placement. Make sure you are placing the colors so that way everything don't need to look identical, but you do want, I don't even want to say similar colors next to similar colors, but you just have to know how to place it so that way the colors can pop and look the best that they can. Okay, so this yellow and this green are a little bit similar together. I mean similar together, they're similar in color, but that's why you see me usually putting a little bit of another color in between, or at least near, so that way if they do touch, it doesn't seem as similar as it is. Okay, and then you're gonna be seeing me like extend up one side or something a little bit closer, like feather it up a little bit, so that way through the 3D, y'all, I'm so sorry, I can't talk, a bitch cannot talk. Okay, let me try again. So when you do your nail art on top, everything is still gonna look good, okay, because you don't want it to look choppy and patchy, even though it is gonna look a little ghetto underneath. Like this part, it does look a little weird, look a little ghetto, but once you start going with them lines on top, it's gonna pull it together and it's gonna look better. Okay, so I would say don't let it bloom for too long. This is why I do 2 fingers at a time, because then that is gonna prevent everything from mixing too much, because again, we don't want like a marble, we still want it to be color patched, color blocked. You see what I'm saying? So you see how excuse me. So do you see how I do like that? I'm sorry guys, the background is like very much distracting me. He keep coming in and out the room and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is he doing. So you see how everything is just placed nice and neatly, everything's not muddled together, and we're just gonna make sure that we have it in the placement that we want. Now she did have an inspo pic. I really didn't follow it too much, just I asked her like what type of color palette she wanted, and she showed me the picture. I'm like, okay, so pretty much like a rainbow, because there was not no specific colors necessarily. I could just tell that there was there was some purple, some orange, some pink, some blue. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and choose colors that I feel like will fit her, and we absolutely love this. Okay, another thing is, don't be scared to like overlap the colors a little bit, because once again, we are using blooming gel, so the edges are going to bloom together no matter what. And then after we do 2 fingers at a time, we're going to go ahead and cure it for a couple of seconds at least, because you want to stop the process of blooming. Okay, I was trying to say blooming, but for some reason my recording stopped, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so what ended up happening is, as I'm curing 2 on that hand, I'm going to work on these 2 on this hand, and that is going to ensure that no matter what, nothing is going to further mix. Okay, so you see me going ahead and making sure I feather some of that up and wiping the sides before we go into cure, because the last thing you want, once again, is for that to spill over the sides, because blooming gel is thick. Okay, we don't need a lot. You in here again? You don't need a lot. Okay, so I took that hand out because I wanted to do the thumbs together. I typically like to do that so that way, the thumbs are all by themselves, and I just want to make sure that everything cures properly. And sometimes the thumbs, they cause problems, and everybody know that. Okay, that's what we don't want. So don't be scared to like put the colors in different patterns. Like, it don't have to be like, okay, 1 2 3 4, like, 1 can be placed in the middle and 4 around, or you can put you can place it in different ways, if you see what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to just have it like, okay, 2 colors at the top, 2 colors at the bottom. Just some colors can extend down a little more, some can be a little bit shorter, some can be in the corner, some can be dead in the center. Like, it's really whatever you make it, but this blooming gel is going to get rid of a lot of the harshness that you may be experiencing if you're trying this design. I personally don't know if anyone else has done it this way, because I don't really watch too many tutorials. However, a light bulb kind of went off in my head, because I use blooming gel to create the pattern on my nails to do these like Hawaiian type flowers. And as I was doing that, I was like, dang, blooming gel can really be used for a lot of things. Okay, we really underestimate it. So now this part I did speed up, because this is just me doing the line art, and there was a lot of areas where I was kind of out of focus. So it's like, I don't know if you guys really want to see me do all that out of focus nail art. But yeah, when it comes to the lines, I will say find a nail brush that you like, And the lines don't have to be exactly perfect, okay? But make sure that when you lay that blooming gel, it is like flat, because otherwise when you do your lines, and I used to have trouble with this when I was laying the color patches before, laying color patches without blooming gel sometimes leaves the nails bumpy, and when you try and do your line art, it actually kind of messes it up. Like, your lines aren't going to be as nice, okay? I typically like a little bit of a thicker line. Some people like very skinny thin lines. This is all up to you and your preference, okay? And this is gonna depend on what type of brush that you use as well. All right, so once again, this is all up to your preference. So you see how I wiped that off is because there's some bumpiness going on over there, so I kind of need to like really stabilize myself and kind of get over that. And so that's what I did. And then just keep in mind, we also have the dotting tool to use and make that last little piece of nail art, and it's going to really bring everything together. Okay, so typically when I do this, I'm just, ow, okay, damn, oh, y'all, I didn't injure myself again. So typically when I do this, I like to use black and white. I feel like it just makes everything pop. I typically do more white lines than black because I like to use black just as the contrast, and the white just kind of brings everything together. And then I do like to do a line kind of at the top where that little start of the pattern is, because I feel like it just extra brings everything together. But you can feel free to do whatever you want, however you want. Lines can go different directions. Literally, the lines can curve, they cannot curve. There's so much you can do with this. It's basically, once you have, it's all up to your style, okay? So I would say keep in mind, you know, everyone's style is not for everyone, and that's absolutely okay. All right, this is how I do it. I know a lot of people are not typically like fans of this type of thing. People think it's too ghetto. They think it's too blah, blah, blah. Okay, I happen to love it. If you don't know by now, I like very much ghetto nails. And that's just what it is, okay? So here we go, finishing up this nail art. Once again, I like to incorporate black and white. I feel like it helps with the contrast against the color. And this is pretty quick. Now, the lines and the dots is also going to be a whole placement thing, because you want to have good placement or it can throw off the design. It is a fine line between a real nasty, cute ghetto clutter versus like, girl, that's just a little bit too much, you know? It's a very fine line between this is cute versus like, no, move on, next. So once you find that balance for your own style, then I will say, baby, you done made it, okay? You got it together. And that's just what it is. But again, you got to find your style. It took me time to figure out that, you know what I do is a little bit different than what a lot of people like, but you know what, it's a lot of people out there that's looking for what I got for them hoes, period. Okay, so just keep doing this until it's content. And you know what I'm saying, like, she absolutely loved them, and she couldn't stop taking pictures, and we was like, ooh la la la, ooh ah, ooh ah. Like, I love these. I really like the blooming gel hack. Once again, I don't know if anyone else has made videos on this or shown this as like a little hack or whatever, but I just thought about it and I was like, you know what, I know this is gonna help me. And I've been loving blooming gel for way more than just croc print stuff. Like, it's actually clutch. Like, you can do a lot of different little designs with it. Like I said, I did these Hawaiian flowers with it, so if I ever get a client that wants to have some flower nail art, I'll show you guys how I did that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a longer video, but it's because I've been a little bit absent for the past couple of days. Like I said, I had the content, it just kind of didn't work out for me to finish filming, so I didn't want incomplete videos basically. But once again, here is the final result of the nails. I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.